Hello, welcome to Chef Salim's recipe channel. Today I will share with you the preparation of a traditional flavor, meatless raw meatballs. But this time, we are adding a bit of easiness into the work. We will both preserve the classical method and also share a practical way with you. We will make close to 5 kilograms of raw meatballs. For this, I am using about 1.5 kilograms of fine bulgur. Brown or white does not matter, whichever you can find is okay. But be careful, it should not be pilaf bulgur. It must be kofte fine bulgur. Now I added the bulgur into a large tray. Now it is time for the onions. I am using 6 medium-sized dry onions. I peel the onions, put them into the mixer, and blend until they become well smooth. At this stage, our eyes will water. We will cry, but there is nothing to do. They say raw meat cannot be made without tears, right? But we will not carry this much bitterness into the meatballs because we need to balance that sharp taste of the onion a little. I take the mashed onions into a bowl full of cold water. Add a little salt, mix, and pour into a strainer. Then I wash a few times. I did exactly 4 times. For me, it was enough. This way, both the bitterness decreases and that heavy smell disappears. Now it is time for the tomatoes. I take 6 large tomatoes into the mixer and chop them. But there is an important point here. Do not wash the tomatoes after chopping because we will add them into the tray together with their juice. That natural tomato juice will both soften the bulgur and contribute to the flavor of the meatballs. Now we came to the paste part. First, I add hot pepper paste. This paste is made completely from red hot peppers. Plain pepper paste, no tomato inside. Its taste is really very nice and quite hot. I add 6 tablespoons. Speaking of hot, I cannot pass without telling this. I have peppers grown in pots. They are really very hot. One day I wanted to eat them with food. I could only eat half. Then I had to eat a bowl of yogurt. But of course, hotness is in the nature of raw meatballs, in that old traditional form. Still, nowadays, not everyone can like that much hot. People today say, let it be medium level of hotness so they can both eat and enjoy. If I wanted to make very hot meatballs, I have jalapeno pepper sauce in my hand. I could add that too, but then really nobody could feel comfortable. Now I add 7 tablespoons of tomato paste. There is an important point here. Use newly opened canned paste. Homemade pastes are generally a little sour. That is why they do not suit raw meatballs much. Factory-made pastes are more neutral in taste, so you can add plenty. I added 7 tablespoons, but even if you add 10 tablespoons, it would not spoil the taste. On the contrary, the color and consistency would be more beautiful. Now we came to one of the most important parts, olive oil. I add 2 glasses of olive oil. According to the situation, a little more can be added later. This olive oil of mine is also special, completely natural, obtained from the olives of the Aegean. Both tasty and healing. Every morning I drink 1 spoon, I even rub it on my hands. It really feels very good. Now let us move to the spices. I add 1.5 tablespoons of cumin, 1.5 tablespoons of hot chili flakes, 7.5 tablespoons of roasted isot, that is special hot chili flakes. I also add a little garlic powder, dried mint, and 3/4 tablespoon of salt. We do not forget pomegranate molasses. I add about 1 glass. I squeezed the juice of 3 lemons and added that sour balance will be exactly right. Now let me give you a little secret. Something not in the ingredient list, but a touch that I love very much. A special vinegar. I will add only a little. This vinegar is obtained from exactly 16 different fruits, and I call this abundance vinegar. When I add a little, both flavor and abundance come. By the way, here is the jalapeno sauce I mentioned. I wanted to show it, but I am only showing, not using. It is so hot that if I add it, nobody's stomach could stand. Let us move to the greens. I finely chop the parsley and add. Then I also chop the fresh onions and take into the tray. By the way, let me make a little reminder for the new viewers coming to my channel. If you are curious about the kitchen, if you dream of becoming a chef, or if you just want to learn to cook good food, you are at the right place. On this channel, I do not only explain kebabs or traditional dishes, but also different recipes from world cuisine in detail. That is why definitely watch the other videos too, because in each recipe I share a little secret. Now let us come to the kneading stage. Normally raw meatballs are prepared without water. After the ingredients are added, it is kneaded for about half an hour with arm strength by pressing hard. But today, the amount is a little too much. Therefore, I will benefit from the power of machines. If you have a dough kneading machine, you can also use that. I will use a meat grinder. First, I mix all the ingredients a little and blend them. Then I put the medium hold apparatus of the meat grinder and pass the mixture 5 times. I cover it so it does not dry and let it rest. After about half an hour, I will pass it 3 more times through the machine. This way we will obtain raw meatballs that are both in full consistency and very soft. I completed the kneading process. The best way to understand whether the raw meatballs are ready is to taste. If the bulgurs do not crunch in your mouth, that is, if they are completely softened, the meatballs are now ready to serve. Do not wait too long because raw meatballs are not stored in the fridge. Their best state is fresh, eaten at the moment they are made. Now let us move to the serving. Today I will make wraps with thin lavash breads for wrapping. This serving style is really liked very much. I lay enough raw meatballs on the lavash, then add some lettuce and greens. I squeeze lemon on it, drizzle a little pomegranate molasses. I fold the 2 sides inward and make a nice wrap. Easy to eat, taste is perfect. With a glass of Aeron or ice-cold cola, the choice is completely yours. If you want to serve on a plate, spread lettuce leaves under. Place the raw meatballs that you shaped by squeezing with your palm on top. As the final touch, drizzle a little pomegranate molasses. That is all. As you see, with a little effort and the right ingredients, everyone can prepare delicious raw meatballs at home. We both preserved the traditional taste and also made the work a little easier. If you tried this recipe with me, do not forget to write the result in the comments. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the other recipes. See you in new videos. Enjoy your meal.